All right, ladies and gents. So this would be the replacement for the broken drone. Smells amazing. For some reason, new electronics just smell like heaven. So anyway, this is our problem with the DJI drone. As cool as it is, and probably the most superior video you can get on the market, you can do the same video performance with a hand-built drone because you can purchase the DJI camera and chip system and install it yourself on your own drone. So this, for the new buyer, I would say that this is trouble. These plastic arms, as you saw in the last video, these plastic arms break really easy. So, you know, like hitting a tree like I did, you should be able to fall out of the tree with your own weight. The tree slows you down. So you should be able to fall out of the tree with your own weight without, you know, shattering to pieces. But again, when you make things out of Chinese plastic, that's not an option. But these legs right here, this apparatus, the fact that the bottom of the drone is not flat, okay? Because those of you who've seen your drone videos and fall in love with them know that, you know, these guys are skipping across the ground and skiing across the ground, doing rail slides and stuff like that. And you do that with this and you are dead. $1,200 of dead. And so with this given, this as a first drone for somebody who's starting out is probably not a good idea, unless of course you don't plan on doing tricks or crashing. But crashing and tricks go hand in hand, so you don't get to separate those. But the weight, the sheer weight of this thing, like I can put it on the phone and show you how heavy it is, but it really is. The moment I've never even had a drone before, but the moment I took this out of the box, it was alarming, the amount of weight that is on this thing. Now, I haven't weighed it on a scale. I know it's over 300 grams. So the legalities of it, when you have the FAA to deal with, this is over 350 grams, which means it's in a whole another legal bracket. I personally, as a United States Marine, don't acknowledge that crap because it has nothing to do with me. It's, you know, those statutes are only to police commercial entities, which I am not. However, they will still try to fine you $5,000 as a commercial entity, and if you believe that you have to pay that, then you will. But anyway, but this right here, as far as your first drone, is a terrible idea, I think. The equipment, however, you know, the goggles, especially. You know, those are $500. So to buy them separately, they're going to be more, or I mean, maybe less. I'm sorry. When you buy them separately, they'll be less, but it's part of this package of stuff that you really don't need. Now, this is a very high performance. It flies a long time. You know, the more professional drones don't have a flight time that this one does. But again, that weight or that flight time comes from a heavier battery, which weighs the thing down. And even when you take the battery out, it's still quite heavy. You know, with all this aerodynamic stuff that you don't need. Now, I would say if you're, you know, a guy who flies a drone and your girl wants to get started up in this thing, generally when you want to buy a girl a drone, they're gonna want pretty. That whole bare bone look of a drone is not you know, appealing to a female generally. But if they just want to fly, you know, and get that FPV feeling, then so be it. But I noticed a lot of these girls I talk to, they really just want pretty. And this has got, you know, it's got a sleek look about it. So it kind of sells itself. Obviously this controller, and for those of you who are asking, does this controller work with other drones? The controllers kind of universally work with all the different drones. You just have to tune them to each other. I'm sure you might have some compatibility issues. I don't know because I haven't really stuck my nose into that department, but I really love the PlayStation feel and design of this thing. It just, you know, growing up as a gamer kid, you kind of just get addicted to that. But could take you through a full unboxing, but there's plenty of DJI unboxing videos. The one thing I wanted to make point of is that when I first bought this drone, the default battery that came with it, well, I got one hand, so I'm leaving it in there, but you guys, that's the battery, right? And so you get 1-2 long press, should turn it on. But obviously in the box when they first come, they're not activated. So you have to plug these in for, they said like 3 minutes, but I just, obviously you plug them in until they're fully charged, which is over 3 minutes. So, but yeah, if you just plug them in, the outlet, the adapter, does that for you. It'll activate the battery and you'll see it blink. And you know, it won't charge unless it's activated. And so when I first bought this, the battery that it came with did not operate at all, which was pretty awesome. But I had already ordered 2 extra batteries in the mail. So I kind of remembered that myself. But having to return this drone, hopefully they replace the battery. And because the old battery, I could push a button and it would at least blink. So this one's obviously a different battery setup. But the batteries are very expensive. Even the propellers, like these props in here. Props, I'm sure anybody with an IQ knows that you can 3D print something like this for nothing. Okay, but these are like $15 a box for 4 of them. This is the most expensive propeller system, or system. Most expensive propellers, probably in China of all the Chinese corporations. Is probably the most expensive props in the United States of China. But so this is a rich man's drone. That's a fact. And I am not that guy, but at least I got the insurance, so I can fly with that guy. But seems like everything is here, all the pieces, all the parts. So we'll be back in action soon. Hanging out with Bruce, letting him do his thing. Got some good wine. We're snowed out completely. About 6 inches. It's kind of a little lower than it looked before, but we're out snowed out and bored to tears. So probably gonna do some flying. And sorry, I'm not facing the camera. I don't like my face in the camera. Bruce does. He's anyway, love you guys. Thanks for checking it out. See you soon. Bye.